Welcome back to Montessori Unlocked. I'm Hannah, and today we're tackling one of the biggest misconceptions about Montessori. That's the idea that it's all about the materials. If you've spent any time on Instagram or Pinterest searching Montessori, you've seen it. The perfectly curated shelves, the tiny pictures, the pastel tone trays. Beautiful? Absolutely. But here's the truth. Montessori is more than materials. In fact, if we focus on what sits on the shelf, we risk missing the entire purpose underneath. It's easy to see how this myth took hold. The Montessori materials are stunning. They're scientifically designed, hands on, and unlike anything else in traditional classrooms. Parents and educators alike are drawn to them. But here's the danger. When Montessori gets reduced to stuff, it becomes aesthetic instead of pedagogy. It becomes about owning a set of objects instead of embracing a philosophy of human development. The shelves are not the method, they're tools. What matters is the why behind them. So, what is that purpose? At its core, Montessori education is about independence, concentration, and the development of the whole human being. The materials are just one way that we support that. Think about it. A pouring exercise isn't about glass pitchers and rice. It's about control of movement, building focus, and developing the confidence to care for oneself. Then there's the pink tower. It isn't just about these pastel tiny cubes. It's about visual discrimination and the foundation for mathematical thinking. Even the movable alphabet, those gorgeous red and blue letters, it's not about the letters themselves. It's about unlocking the ability to express their thoughts in writing before their hand is ready to hold a pencil. Every single material is purposeful, yes, but the intention behind it matters. Here's another truth. Children don't need every material to thrive. What they need is an environment, at school or at home, that respects their development and gives them meaningful opportunities for independence. Montessori is present when a toddler helps wash vegetables in the kitchen. Montessori is alive when a 6-year-old is trusted to research a question and share their learning with peers. Montessori shines when an adolescent is given responsibility for real work that impacts their community. In other words, Montessori is not about owning a shelf of curated objects. It's about creating conditions where children can grow into capable, confident, compassionate human beings. When Montessori gets marketed as an aesthetic, natural tones, wooden toys, beautiful shelves, we run the risk of excluding families who think, I can't afford Montessori. But Montessori is not a product, it's a practice. It belongs to everyone. We don't honor Maria Montessori's legacy by making her work into a shopping list. We honor it by remembering that the method was built for equity, for children in poverty, for children with disabilities, for all children. So here's your takeaway. Montessori is more than materials. It's a way of seeing children, of respecting their natural drive to learn, of preparing environments, yes, shelves and objects, but also routines, expectations, and communities that help them grow into their fullest selves. The next time you see a perfectly styled Montessori shelf on social media, enjoy it. But remember, the shelf is not the story, the child is. Thanks for joining me on this episode of Montessori Unlocked. If this resonated with you, share it with someone who might be stuck on the stuff. And let's keep shifting the conversation back to what really matters: children, their development, and the purpose beneath the practice.